Getting a little tired of the old boring Creating America book. Just thought we'd just go off book a little bit. And maybe talk about something that you care about. Or something that I care about. Just stand-up comedy. Your teacher, Mrs. Whitaker, has a life outside of this classroom. I bet you didn't believe that. No, I don't sleep here in the classroom. And my first name is Barbara. Isn't that weird? Blow your mind? My friends call me Barbie at some point, which is my stand-up handle. Barbie the teacher. I tell jokes at the Laugh Factory. I open the 11 p.m. show on Tuesday nights. And my shtick is funny. I tell jokes about things that women care about. Like shopping, and periods. So let's talk about stand-up. Jazz, movies, televised fraternity tests, these are uniquely American art forms. But perhaps the most distinctly American art form is stand-up comedy. Intimately bound to the American love of free speech and self-expression throughout the history of this nation, stand-up comics have spoken to the great issues of the day. And it began during the colonial period with the piercing social commentary of Boston's own Crispus Attucks.
See, now, when black folks be setting type, it's like, say, man, how many M's in motherfucker? But when white folks be setting type, white folks be setting type like, oh, dearie me, I think I smudged the consonant. See, there's two types of folks in the streets of Boston, right? There's the British soldiers and the redcoats. And the redcoats have got to go. Ah, your mama!
After the success of the Revolution, it was the lingering weight and debate over slavery that dominated America's first century as a nation. And again, the comics were there. From Jeremiah Seinfeld.
Have you heard about this Missouri Compromise? Let me tell you something. If you live in Missouri, you've already compromised.
To the down-home flavor of Jefferson Hawksworthy.
If you think that playing the race card means paying off your poker debts in human beings, you might be a slave owner. If you think that wearing chains is a fashion choice, you might be a slave owner.
And with the rise of the suffragette movement, women began to take their turn on the stage, starting with the piercing wit of Susan B. Anthony.
Men, am I right, ladies? With the chamber pots, you can't just push it back under the bed when you're done with it. Go ahead, touch the pewter. It's not gonna burn your little wanker off. My Mr. Anthony is no prize either. His idea of foreplay is finished. My orgasms are like the Transcontinental Railroad. It takes 2 teams of Orientals double shifts to get that shit finished. This lady knows what I'm talking about.
And even today, it is the work of the observational stand-up comic to speak to the great issues of the day.
Apple directions. Am I right? The Starbucks is on the bridge? Really? On the Brooklyn Bridge?
What's the deal with the earbuds? They're not flowers!
Rednecks are ridiculously dumb.